Good morning, guys. I hope everyone is doing great. I'm doing marvelous by the grace of God. Please, when you tune in, just tap the screen. This is actually the first time I'm doing a live video on YouTube. I don't even know if it's going to save or it will be deleted after the video. So I asked a question on YouTube. I actually want to know who came up with the name Afrobeats and where does Afrobeats come from? What is Afrobeats? Many people have different definitions and as to where it came from and who named it. But today, let's have a conversation. What is Afrobeats? Who named it Afrobeats? I want us to have a conversation about this topic. If you are knowledgeable about this conversation, please feel free to join and comment and share your knowledge with us. It is very important. The reason why I asked who what is Afrobeats is that I want to know what the Afro stands for and what is beats. So if I knew nothing about Afrobeats and I saw the word Afrobeats, the first thing that would come to mind is African music or African beats, meaning beats from all over Africa. Yes, that is how I will define it if I didn't know exactly the history, if I didn't know the history of Afrobeats. Now, many people say that Fela named it Afrobeats. Fela named his music or called his music Afrobeats. Yes, the Afrobeats that Fela was doing, he had inspiration from many places. One of them, which is Ghana, high life music. Yes, Fela traveled across the continent and took inspiration from so many genres from different parts of the continent. That is the reason why that smart man called it Afrobeats, collection of African beats, right? After Fela named his music Afrobeats, no one else called his music or her music Afrobeats. Fela passed away. No one was calling their music Afrobeats. No one, even the closest was Afro pop. If you quite remember when Ice Prince came up, during that era, they used to call it Afro pop. Yes, Afro pop. That means African popular music, right? Now, eventually, when you go on distributing platforms, you don't see a category for African music. So what the distributing platforms decided to do is to create a genre for us. And they felt like all music coming from Africa should be named Afro beats. So, all right. So, can you please hear me? Can you hear me? Please, can you hear me? Let me see if I can. All right, let me try and read some comments. Innocent said Afrobeat slash Afrobeat is Fela. Hold on, please. Afrobeat is Fela creation and it comes from Nigeria. Whoever is dragging Afrobeat is making a big mistake. High life is not Ghana creation. High life originated from Liberia and Sierra Leone. Okay. Um Jerry said before the S was added, Fela already named his music Afrobeat, funk, jazz, juju, high life. Okay. Innocent said Ghanaians who are claiming Afrobeats or Afrobeats should go listen to Ebo Taylor interview. All right. So my question to Innocent is, please, okay, I'm yet to do my research on where high life is coming from, where high life comes from. But my question to you is there any element of high life in Afrobeat? Is there any element of high life in Afrobeat? And did high life influence Fela to come up with his own creation, which is Afrobeat? And another question that I want to ask is, after Fela called it Afrobeat, please, did anybody else from Nigeria call their music Afrobeat? After Fela passed, and may his soul rest in peace, did anyone adopt that name? If you guys probably remember, during the time Ice Prince and them came out, we were calling that what Ice Prince was doing, we were calling it Afro pop. Afro pop. So after Fela passed, no one ever adopted that name or made it official that, okay, this type of music is Afrobeat. And one thing you need to really understand is that the type of music Fela was doing, it is different from the music um what is being done today. Okay, so when you are talking about a genre, right, there are elements, which is the composition, the drum pattern. There are so many elements when it comes to creating a beat. First of all, let's understand something. Um, if you want to define a genre, it is determined by the beat, not by the lyrics and the style. Is determined by the beat and the style. Now, what I want to know is the type of beat Fela was singing on. Did it have any influence or did it have any elements of high life? And why did Fela call it Afrobeat? Can we define why? Okay, first of all, let's break it down. What is Afro? What is Afro? What is Afro? Where did Afro come from? The word Afro, what is it? From my little knowledge, I believe Afro means African, right? African. So it's basically African beat. Okay. So Isaac says music evolves, my brother. I don't know why Ghanaians are failing to understand this. Yes, my brother, I agree with you. Music does evolve. But basically, what I am trying to tell you is that when Fela called his music Afro beat, after passing, no Nigerian artist decided, or the government of Nigeria didn't decide to name the music Afrobeat. It is the distribution platforms. They named it Afrobeat, which is the spelling is a bit is different. The S is different from what Fela called his. So what I'm trying to tell you is that yes, you are right. Fela came up with Afrobeat. But the Afrobeat, which is on all the distributing platforms, the reasoning behind it is that the white people or the distributing platforms just categorize all African music to be considered Afrobeat. Please, I am not here to take any credit from anyone. I just want you to understand something. if Nigerians or if the government or any artist after Fela passed had, started calling their music Afrobeat, then eventually the distributing platforms took it, then I would say that is where it came from, Fela's music. But guess what? After Fela passed, no Nigerian artist called their music Afrobeat. No Nigerian did. It was until these distribution platforms named all African music Afrobeat. That is when Nigerians decided to own it. Which, yes, it came from you. The originator, who is Fela, came from Nigeria. So, yes, it belongs to you. But what I am trying to explain is that when a white man is talking about Afrobeat, that we are now submitting our music under on those distribution platforms, they are not referring to Fela's musical. They are referring to all African music. So my question for today, this is one of the questions for today, is let me say if a high life song is doing well and breaks boundaries and is on the international platform. And right now, as we know, VMAs, which is MTV Awards, have decided to add Afrobeat to their categories. So if a high life song is doing very well and it breaks boundaries in the United States, are they going to add the high life song to the Afrobeat category? Or would they say, no, 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 this does not sound like Afrobeat, so we cannot add it? That is what I want to know. The whole point I am trying to make is that when the whites say Afrobeat, they are referring to African beats, African music. They are not referring to a specific type of beat. You understand? So let me give you another question. My brother Jerry said funk, jazz, juju. Okay. So let me say if a juju song blew up in the United States, will they add it to Afrobeat category on MTV Awards? Or would they say, no, this is not Afrobeat, this is juju? Please help me understand this though. If a juju song was a hit in the United States, will MTV add it to the Afrobeat category? Or would they say that this does not fall under Afrobeat? Please help me out. Okay, so Isaac says that I hate this discussion and I regret joining. See, that means you don't want to grow as a person. You want to stay with your little knowledge that you have. It is only right that as brothers, African brothers, we sit down and we have a dialogue, we have a conversation, which will educate both of us. But if you have a problem because of this discussion, that means you don't want to grow. That means you don't want to grow. You should have, after Fela named the Afrobeat, if you respected Fela's music, if you adored Fela's music, you would have named it or you would have used it after that. No one used it. It took the white people to come back and say, oh, let's call it Afrobeat. That's when you guys accepted it. So I am trying to tell you, and I'm trying to give you the reason why the white man called it Afrobeat. The white man didn't call it Afrobeat because it's coming from Nigeria. The white man called it Afrobeat to categorize all African beats, all African music. You understand? The white man called it Afrobeat to categorize all African music. So right now, when you go on all the if you go on DistroKid or you go on all the distributing platforms, there is no other African music. It's just Afrobeat and all high life, all juju, everything goes underneath it. No, 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 no. If a musician calls his music dancehall, then you don't accept it as no, 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 no. If a music, like I said, a genre is determined by the beat. So anybody who is an engineer and understands beat patterns and all that and is well educated, they will be able to tell what is dancehall and what is not dancehall. But today, because you came here, you you came here with close-minded. You think that I'm here to take credit for Afrobeat. I am not here to take credit from Afrobeat. We all know Fela came up with Afrobeat, and guess what? Nigerians later on, after Burna Boy and the rest are towing that lane. So we know that Afrobeat is coming from Nigeria. No one is disputing that, or no one is discrediting that. But you are missing the point. All I'm trying to get you to understand is that when the world is talking about Afrobeat, they are referring it to all African beats. So maybe it is about time that we need to correct them. If we don't correct them, then guess what's happening? They have decided to name all African music Afrobeat. Why don't why don't they add rap music to or hip hop to rock music to Afrobeat? I mean to R&B and then name it one category. Why don't they do that? They did that because you yourself, you never called after Fela named it. You never called your music Afrobeat. It took the white man to give that name to all African music. That is when now we like Nigerians are owning like okay, it comes from no, but there's a mistake. There has to be a distinction. There has to be if we are saying that Afrobeat is a genre, then all Nigerian songs, all Nigerian genres does not fall under Afrobeat because we still have Nigerians who are doing juju music and all the other music. But guess what? When they are uploading it on the distributing platforms, they will upload it under Afrobeat. But please, let me ask you: is juju music Afrobeat? Is juju music Afrobeat, please? But right now, when you go on all distributing platforms, guess what's happening? All these music is being uploaded as Afrobeat. We have so many genres from in Africa, but right now, because of the name, the name the West has given us, which is Afrobeat, they have categorized all African music to be one. Isaac, I think you might need a hearing aids or something. No one is taking credit for Afrobeat. Who is taking credit for Afrobeat? That's not what we are discussing here. You are refusing to understand and to grasp what we are discussing. You are refusing. No one is. You see, why do we have to always have an argument or some sort of animosity between us? Why can't we have a conversation as a civilized, individuals? Before Afrobeat became popular, what were you naming? What's okay, let me give you an example. When 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 Ice Prince dropped You Are My Superstar, what name was he uploading the what genre was he uploading the song under? Okay, Nana says say you don't take music to the world for them to call Afrobeat. Nigeria take Afrobeat to the world. Okay, so Nana, now what I need you to understand is that right now, Nana, answer me. VMAs, which is MTV Awards, they have added Afrobeats to their categories. So now, if a highlight song or even if a juju song blow up in the United States and is making waves, and MTV is nominating that song, please, what category are they going to put that song? What category are they going to put that song? Which category? They will put it under Afrobeat, meaning they see all African music as Afrobeat. Meaning they see all African beats as Afrobeat. Or all African music as Afrobeat. That is what we need to understand. You see, they have made a mistake by categorizing all African music as Afrobeat. Now it is up to us to try and correct it by letting them know that there's a specific type of beat that is called Afrobeat, and it came from Nigeria. It came from Fela. Fela is the originator. If we don't make that correction, the world will forever know all African music as Afrobeat. Yes, they will forever know Afrobeat, like all African music as Afrobeat, which it shouldn't be so. We know that there's a specific type of beat or melody that is considered Afrobeat. Juju music is not Afrobeat. But guess what? If you are uploading your music on DistroKid or TuneCore, you will put it under Afrobeat because that is the category they have given Africans for all our music. Innocent. That's the thing. I don't think I don't think Ghanaians are claiming Afrobeat. What Ghanaians are saying is that if you look at the originator, if you learn about Fela, you come to realize that Fela actually took some inspiration or some element from her life to create Afro beats. That is all they are saying. That is all my people are saying. They are not saying that, oh, Afrobeat came from Ghana. All they are saying is that Fela took some elements, and which, if you have a chance, if you have a friend who's an engineer, please ask him, play me an Afrobeat song. Show me why Ghanaians are saying that there's an element of high life in Afrobeat. Please, just try and educate yourself. Don't just go with what people are saying online. Just ask any engineer who is okay. So Nana says, I don't think your high life music with your local can blow in America. Please stop. Okay, so Nana, this is the thing. Um, if you ask me, based on how I believe language is a barrier in a way, if you ask me, I will say no. But guess what? We have songs like Down Flat by Kelvin Boy. It's a highlight song. He did not sing in tree. And that song has a potential to blow up in the United States, just like any other Nigerian song. So, and I said, a, a genre is not determined by a language. A genre is determined by a beat. So you can do a highlight song and sing in English, and which, if it has a good promotion and marketing strategy, it will be able to break ground. It will be able to break grounds. Yes, innocent. Like you said, all genres evolve from other genres. So if Ghanaians are saying that there's a big element of high life in Afrobeat and it is the truth, then why don't you just accept it as that? You cannot say that, no, you don't want to accept that. Please do your homework. If it is true, then you know where it came from. Innocent. What you need to know is that everything that we have to know the genesis. We have to know where it came from. We have to understand how Fela sat down and decided to come up with Afrobeat. Where did he get his inspiration? Did he take something from the West? Did he take something from other African countries? Then you know the history of it. At the end of the day, Fela is the genius who was able to sit down and compile them. That credit will never be taken away from him. But only credit will be given to where the elements came from. You know, only credit should be given to where the elements came from. But if you think that, oh, genres, evolve from other genres, and therefore, if your friend is saying, what do you call it? If Fela took anything from high life, genres come from it, so it doesn't matter. It does matter. That is the reason why most Africans we don't move forward on this earth. We forget where things came from. We forget where things came from. And please, let me ask you this. After Fela passed away, who called who called their music Afrobeat? Oh, yes, but no, but innocent. If there's no one is claiming Afrobeat. All they are saying is that there's an element of high life. Simple. If someone is saying there's an element of high life, does that mean they are claiming it? If you have other Ghanaians who are claiming it, then you have the right to say that they are wrong for claiming it. They should not claim it. But if there's an element of high life, if that is the foundation, if that is the base of Afrobeat before other elements were added to it, then yes, they have every right to let you know the history of Afrobeat. If you feel someone telling you the history of Afrobeat takes credit from you, then please, you don't understand how this world works. There's no new idea under the sun. Nana says the first time Nana said first time hearing oh, sorry, Nana, could you please I think I mistakenly hit your comment and it deleted it. You said something about Kelvin Boy. Please, let me see if I can bring it back. Oh man. So yeah, okay, so Isaac says, you think Nigeria don't have high life? Brother, travel to Nigeria. You see, why do you want to have some sort of debate or some sort of disagreement? I never said Nigerians don't have high life. I never said that. But what we need to stick to is, does Afrobeat have elements of high life in it? Does Afrobeat have elements of high life in it? If it does, now let's go to, where does high life come from? Where does high life come from? Today, I have learned something from you. You said that high life came from Liberia and Sierra Leone. It is something that I've learned today. I will do my research on that. But one thing that I know is that high life, if you Google it right now, Ghanaians are the ones who are known for high life. Other countries may be known for high life, but when you Google high life, Ghanaians are the ones known for high life. You understand? That is our. We went from palm wine music to high life. So please, let's not. I want to ask you this question. Please answer me. Okay, so in a sense, in Nigeria were also doing high life, and not only Ghanaians doing high life. Okay, so where did high life come from, innocent? Where did high life originate from? Please help me out. Where did high life originate from? My great grandfather was one of the originators. I have proofs, photos, and local videos. He died in 1956. He was doing original high life. Oh, okay, that's nice. That's nice. Um, let me. I wanted to bring. If anybody wants to come online and have a discussion, let's have a dialogue. Let's try and educate each other. So please, I think there's a guest. You can request to join the live. Please, you can request to join the live. You can request to join the live. All right. Um, um, I just said, if Ghanaians are known for high life, please let them take it to the world also and win Grammy with it. It's a free market. Um, you see, what is wrong with saying that, oh, like, what is wrong? So it is okay for Nigerians to say that they are known for Afrobeat, but when Ghanaians say they are known for high life, it is a problem. So it is a problem. Come on, come on, please. What I'm see, I want to ask you this question, and please try and help me out with an answer. After Fela named the Afrobeat, right? How long did it take for Nigerians to call to call their music Afrobeat? How long did it take for Nigerians to call it Afrobeat, please? Or did you ever call it Afrobeat, or did the white people call it Afrobeat for y'all? How long did it take? Fela only traveled to Ghana when he had issues with the military government. No, Fela played shows in Ghana, traveled to Ghana, severally before, you know, that was not the only time he came to Ghana, and that was not the only reason why he came to Ghana. He had been in Ghana for severally. So please, but please, if anyone, I mean, can you guys join? I want to hear you out because I can't read everything. I'll be glad to speak with you on the topic. Yeah, Isaac, feel free. Isaac, can you join? Can you join me on? Can you request to join? It's all about education. It's all about education. Um, it's all about education. One thing that I know that is going to happen for sure is that right now that the West has accepted Afrobeat, they will put all African beats in one category. That is what's going to happen. That is going to happen. So if correction or if we don't do anything about it, they will categorize all African music as Afrobeat. Okay, Nana, thank you for repeat. So Nana says the first time I hear Kelvin Boy. Um, Kelvin Boy music. I was thinking he's from Nigeria. When he found out he's from Ghana, I prayed to I prayed to Kevin good music to have good resources to push the music to happen. Oh, thank you for yeah. So actually, this is a video that I have done. When Kelvin Boy started his music career, people were bashing him. Ghanaians were bashing him for sounding like Nigerians, which I disagreed. Because I feel like music, you can choose to do any type of music that you want to do if that's what inspires you. You understand? So he stuck to it. He wasn't, discouraged. He stuck to the plan, and now he's doing so. He's doing great with his music. People were saying that he's copying Wizkid and all that, but he didn't. Um, this is something that I have been seeing on my platform. There's nothing wrong with learning from the people who know road, and I will say it today. When it comes to many things, Nigerians are far ahead. Nigerians are well informed in certain aspect of, when it comes to entertainment, when it comes just life in general. Um Isaac, this is my first time. Let me see something real quick. Bro, I don't really know how to bring you on. Let me see something. Add Okay, put user in timeout, hide channel, add as a moderator. I Okay, thank you, Isaac. I am trying to add you, but I need to really let me see. Remove Pinterest. It's not giving me the option to add you. Please, if anyone knows how to invite people on here, let me know. If anyone has any idea on how to invite people to the platform. Okay, in a sense that we all should work as one to promote Afrobeat both. That you see, innocent, that is it. That is what I have been saying. And actually I have been speaking to my people that Afrobeat, that's what's selling. It doesn't matter who brought it up. We have to make sure that we make a mark on the global market. So why don't we all rally behind Afrobeat and push it to the world? That is what I have been saying. Who cares who brought it up? I mean, history does. It's good to know how it came about. But to be honest, why is it okay for my Ghanaian brothers to sing to try and sing like Jamaicans, to try and sing like Americans, to try and do so many things like other countries in the West? But when we copy Nigerians, my Ghanaian people, the radio presenters, they will be like, "Oh, why are you sounding like Nigerian? Why are you doing this like Nigerian?" But hold up, what is wrong with that? Nigerians, we are all brothers. So if Nigerians are doing something which is excelling in the world, it is only right that we jump on the same boat and try to push one agenda. Once we get there and we want to separate and then do other genres and stuff like that, then it's cool. But right now, we need every hand, every African hand, from Diamond Platinum, who's in Tanzania, to all South Africans, whatever, who are my piano, whatever. We all need to rally behind Afro beats. We all need to rally behind Afrobeat. That is the only way we can move forward as one. So let me give you an example. I lived in the States. I remember when reggaeton came out. Reggaeton is from, South Africa, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, all these people were doing reggaeton. Guess what? Because they all speak Spanish, they rallied behind each other. And guess what happened? Reggaeton took over America. It was being played, Daddy Yankee, Me Gusta La Gasolina. Their music were taking over. Now, the Spanish people, they have their own channel, which is Telemundo in America. The only way we can make waves in a major way is for all Africans to rally behind Afrobeats. As I said, brother, I have no problem with you, but I'm just sad that many Ghanaian pundits don't want to. Oh, okay. So now I see where the energy is coming from. So it's not me; it is my people. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I get you now. I get that is me when I see. I used to go on radio and I used to go on TV. When you tell them what it is, they don't want to hear because they feel like we are Ghanaians. We shouldn't say the truth. If we say the truth and it's going to make our country look bad, but how is it making your country? It's not making your country. But you tell the truth. You tell it as it is, and we know where we are going from. But if you don't tell the truth and you keep lying to yourself, how is your country going to grow? So I dropped a video today. And I explained to my people why I believe if you give our entertainment industry to a Nigerian investor or to a Nigerian someone who is interested in entertainment, I believe that the industry is going to grow. And we shouldn't worry about who is helping our industry. All we should help about is it going to bring development? Is it going to make our country better? If it is going to make our country better, then why do you have a problem with asking for a hand from your brother, your neighbor? What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Let me tell you today. Let me give you a secret that you guys don't even know. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. Guess what? Our music awards, the biggest music award platform in Ghana, which is called the VGMAs, is owned by a Nigerian. And this award scheme has been in existence for over 20 years. All the other competitors, all the other award schemes owned by Ghanaians, guess what happened? They have all collapsed. They are not doing as well as. So that goes to show that Nigerians have something that we need to learn from. Nigerians have something that we need to tap in. It is beneficial to own 2% of a business that's worth 2 billion than to own 100% of a business that is worth nothing. If you own Ghana music industry and it's worth nothing, what do you stand to gain? You don't gain anything. So Nana says that Afrobeat is all for Africa. Please tell Ghanaian promoters to put money in their craft. Let me tell you why Africa country are not successful like Nigeria. Okay, Nigeria can put millions of that. That's it. That is it. We are afraid to invest. We are afraid to invest. That is our problem. But we want to dance on the same stage, but we are afraid to invest. That is our problem. Someone will go and chew kebab. He will not invest that money. He will use that money to chase women or chase kebab. That is our problem. And another thing is that we need to also try and use mostly English in our music. Because if we sing in just three, it is not going to go anywhere. It will not go anywhere. We need to try and mix it up with English. Even if it's broken English and the melody is nice, at least people will understand. Maybe calm down, calm down. You know, he's speaking broken English. Look, that song broke boundaries, man. It is about time, my people, Ghanaians, we learn from the Nigerians. They know road. So why don't we just follow them? They know road. So why don't we just follow them? If it is going to make our industry become successful, then why not? What is stopping us? Guys, my name is Jebi the Mogul. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I appreciate you for your time and everything. Thank you all for the information given to me. Today I learned something. The high life came from Sierra Leone and Liberia. So I'm going to do my research on that before I, confirm it and use it somewhere else. Thank you all for tuning in. May God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Peace.